Hello, my name is Nina Avatable and I'll be making a mini podcast series on behalf of the Eating and Behaviour Research Group here at the University of Birmingham, which is headed up by the internationally renowned Professor Suzanne Higgs. I'll be interviewing several members of the lab to give listeners an understanding of research that goes on with this lab group. Today I'm joined by Madhronica Sardjoe, who's currently completing the first year of her PhD. To start the interview, I first asked Madhronica about her previous studies and how this led her to the University of Birmingham.
So I did my undergrads at the University of Amsterdam. I did psychobiology, and from there on I went on to the masters, did neurobiology, and then
Also at University of Amsterdam?
Also the University of Amsterdam, yes, yeah. I liked Amsterdam too much to go away. And then I did the psychopharmacology and pathophysiology track over there. I did my first internship in Utrecht, and I focused on anorexia nervosa and emotion processing over there. And then I went on I actually came here. I did my second internship over here.
After hearing about Madhronica's previous studies, I then asked her about her current PhD thesis and how this research project focuses on how exercise affects cognition, which in turn can affect eating behaviour. For clarification, cognition relates to mental processes involved in attaining knowledge and acquiring information. Examples of cognitive functions are memory, attention, language, and problem solving.
So my project is actually a joint collaboration between the University of Birmingham and the University of Maastricht in the Netherlands. So the first year I will be here in the group with Suzanne, and then the next 2 years I'll go back and go on with my PhD over there. My whole PhD is actually about the effects of exercise on cognitive functioning and how that would transfer to eating behavior and the control over your appetite. So we know that there are some underlying factors that make certain people more vulnerable to develop obesity, such as an underdeveloped inhibitory control, but you also have genetic factors and different things that can influence it. And obesity itself can also have disrupting effects on your brain. So not a lot of people know that. Usually people think that obesity is a problem of your body. Well, actually it's a problem not only in there, but also in your brain and on different hormonal systems. So a lot of people with obesity, they also have, for example, inflammation in their hypothalamus. They have a disruption in their cortisol system, which is the stress system in your body. They have disrupted circadian rhythms, problems with their cognitive abilities, and then also some people also develop an eating addiction itself. So there are loads of things,
And just to clarify for listeners, circadian rhythm is like sleeping habits, right?
Yeah, sleeping, yeah. So you can see different things with that. Like some people, they sleep less, other people, they sleep more than the usual thing. So you can just see that all of that is altered in a way, which is very interesting.
I then asked Madhronica to sum up her research questions into one sentence.
So we really want to see how exercise has an effect on these different types of cognition, and if it has an effect, how will it transfer to eating behavior, and what are the underlying mechanisms in the brain. And we really want to see if exercise, so a lot of people don't even know this, but exercise, just one single bout of exercise can already enhance your cognition in a way. So just going out for a walk or just exercising for 20 minutes, even if you haven't done it for a long time, it will already affect your brain in a positive way. So we're really interested in seeing that, and I think that if we have a better understanding of how this works, then it will definitely advance the use of exercise as a therapeutic tool as well, to help delay, prevent, treat cognitive problems related to obesity.
Yeah.
We then spoke about what kinds of lifestyle changes would be beneficial for people. For example, is it only intense cardio workouts that can result to changes in cognition? Or can less strenuous exercise also be advantageous?
Actually, the thing is, if you just go outside just for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, just instead of taking the car to get your groceries, just walk. That would already be a huge improvement already. And I don't think a lot of people are aware of that.
Yeah.
And because they are not aware of that and how it affects your brain and how it affects your eating behavior, then people won't do it as well because they're not really concerned about it. They don't really care. So I really hope to improve that.
To sum up the podcast, I then asked Madhronica about her hypothesis. What would her ideal results look like? What would they tell us? And how will these results influence future research on this topic?
The first thing that we really want to make sure of is that there's a basic understanding of how exactly exercise of, let's say, 30 minutes would improve your cognition, and what type of cognition then, and how that would be related to your eating behavior or the food choices that you make or the rewarding value that you give to food. So if you have a better basic understanding of how that works, then we can go on and go look at different populations than just healthy adults, for example. We can look at older people, we can look at people with obesity, people with diabetes,
kids, adults, elderly,
different things, and from there on just see how it would improve the quality of life of different people, So
that sounds amazing.
So that we'll think about the second and the third project.
Perfect. So when will that wrap up? When will that be done, completed, your exercise study?
So the first one will be this year, hopefully. I'm also going to write a review. So I'm going to write a review, and I'm going to start the first study.
Busy PhD life.
Yeah, definitely. And then the second, and then I'm planning on going back to the Netherlands, and then we're going to set up a second study. Which
perfect.
is in Maastricht. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish you best of luck.
Well, thank you for this time together.